Assalamu alaikum, hello, how are you? You alright? My name is Sajid Iqbal and I'm the editor of The Revival magazine. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about the Prophet Muhammad. No, I'm not going to give you a boring lecture, no. I'm not going to say the right sort of. What I want to talk about is a little important issue. Why is it that me and you and mosques and imams, we have this Asian Islam, this Pakistani Islam, this Arab Islam? Are you a Sunni? Are you a Wahabi? Are you a Deobandi? Are you a Shia? What's all that about? Why have we split the Prophet Muhammad into pieces? Why have we split Islam into pieces? Why have we just, got Islam into a little design, a little fashion of what we like? It shouldn't be like that. The Prophet Muhammad is more than that. He's greater than that. So get your sect and chuck it in the bin. Get your Asian Arab Islam style and chuck it in the bin. There should be one Islam. Have your views and have the evidence for that. But don't be divided. Don't be a sectarian. Don't be the Pakistani Islam or the Arab Islam. It shouldn't be like that, man. Okay? So my point today, inshallah, is to talk about the Prophet Muhammad. There's 5 points that I want to leave with you today. The first question is, who is the Prophet Muhammad? You're probably thinking, what kind of question is that? I know who the Prophet Muhammad is. But do you know who the Prophet Muhammad is? What do you know about him? What do you know about his life? What do you know about his children? What do you know about his family? What do you know about his birth? What do you know about his death? If I said to you, David Beckham, you probably know about his missus, you know about his kids, you know about his football career, what team he played for, how much he gets paid, what food he eats, what kind of toilet paper he uses. But do we know about the life of the Prophet Muhammad? This is a question. Ding! We need to think about these kind of things and ask yourself, who is the Prophet Muhammad? My second point is, how did the Prophet Muhammad live his life? We know who he is now, but how did he live his life? When he was insulted, how did he respond? When he was abused, how did he respond? When he was angry, how did he respond? All these issues that we face in our daily lives, how did the Prophet Muhammad respond? What was his views on marriage? What was his views on abortion? How did he respond and react with the non-Muslims? How did he respond with his colleagues? These are the questions that me and you need to ask ourselves. And when we, in our daily lives, we need to ask ourselves, how did the Prophet respond? How did he react? Are we doing the same? My third point is that what did the Prophet Muhammad do for me and you? What did he give to the world? What did he give to mankind? You're probably thinking, he gave us the Quran, he taught us in namaz. No, he did a lot more than that. The first person in mankind to give us the written constitution, a political constitution. He gave rights to women, he gave rights to blacks, he gave rights to slaves, he gave rights to prisoners of wars, he gave rights to other faiths. Who else in mankind, in the history of mankind, did this? Ask yourself this question. Next time you're with your work colleague or with your mates and they ask you about the Prophet Muhammad, you can tell them, you know what? This is what my Prophet gave to me and you and to the rest of the world. My fourth point today is this question about the misconceptions that people have about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You are asked them, I am asked them. Allegations about his wife. Did he spread Islam by the sword? Was he a bit of a madman? Did he write the Quran himself? And and there are a lot of more serious allegations as well. So the question you've got to ask yourselves is, why are people saying this? So do I know the answer? Do you know the answers? If we don't, we need to know for our sake and for our future kids' sake. So don't just sit there or just Google it. You need to educate yourself. This whole message today is about educating yourself. Right, my fifth and final point today is about the love of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Everyone says, I love the Prophet, we ashq Rasul. But the question is, do we love the Prophet, peace be upon him? How can you love the Prophet if you don't follow him? How can you love the Prophet if you don't know anything about him? How can you love the Prophet if you don't follow his life, his lifestyle? Because what we do is, what I do, what we probably all do, follow a bit of Shah Rukh Khan, a bit of Tupac, a bit of David Beckham, a bit of Gangnam Style, then we say, oh, I love the Prophet, we do the Milad and happy days. But it shouldn't be like that. This is a message for everyone, is to know your Prophet. Who is he, first of all? Secondly, live his lifestyle. Thirdly, find out what he gave to mankind. Fourthly, any misconceptions, try to answer them. Again, educate yourself. Be a student of Islam. And finally, show your love by following him and acting upon everything he says. So the next time you're at school, you're at college, you're at work, before you do anything, ask yourself this question. Now what did the Prophet Muhammad do? How would he do it if he was you? So rather than getting into all the groups and sects and being divided and fighting over the Prophet, peace be upon him, whether he's this or that or the other, my final message is know him, understand him, and follow his life. Assalamu alaikum.